We gotta talk about Lunchly again. The so-called big influencer product from KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast. It's going down the shitter faster than if you had the unfortunate luck to actually consume one of these. It's basically a soulless cash grab of YouTube consumerism. You got other decent people like Dan TDM and Tommy in it, you know, people that haven't sold out to YouTube consumerism. They're calling them and the product out on it, and they're having hissy fit overreactions about it on YouTube and Twitter. Biggest example being KSI making a music video called Thick of It, and then he cried about it because there was a liked comment in the video that ratioed the dislikes that he had on the actual music video of his own.
More likes than my actual music video. A comment! 202,000 likes on this comment. Why aren't you liking the video?
And who could forget this?
I like my cheese drippy, bruh.
If you think that's comedy, please go to the psychiatric ward to get institutionalized. Now there are reports and videos out there that this Lunchly product has mold growing inside of the cheese of the Lunchly product. I've said this before in the last video I talked about Lunchly, I will say it again. It's a genuine concern that mold isn't a food product that is aimed towards children. Because who knows what problems it can cause, like a mold outbreak in the elementary school or respiratory issues. Main contribution to this situation would have to be Rosanna Panzino. She's a YouTube celeb who called out Mr. Beast and the allegations made about him with the mistreatment that the Beast Game contestants were getting during the filming of Beast Games for Amazon. She showed the moldy cheese that was in the packaging.
This is mold in the cheese, and this is really unhealthy. You should not eat mold. I don't know if this is an issue in their recipe development or packaging. I think it's a packaging issue. The sealant here feels really cheap.
It was trending on social media along with the other footage out there of average kids buying Lunchly, then finding mold when they opened the package. And somehow the Mr. Beast fans were trying to defend this, saying that, "Oh, Rosanna put the moldy cheese in the package to begin with. This is all slander." Here's a part of the video where she opens it straight out of the package.
It's supposed to be good. It says used by, and we just got them from the store. They're supposed to be good. It says used by December 8th, 2024. And they're...
Today's date say October 16th.
Okay. And today's date is October
16th.
Yeah, and today's date is October 16th. I'm opening this, and this is molded. Like, that's mold. That's mold. You guys, this is...
If I get an infection from trying Lunchly, please tell me that this was a bad idea for me. The fact that mold is growing in a food product 2 months before the expiry date is a big red flag. It's not right in the creation with these Lunchly products. It could have been a manufacturing error or an error in making the cheese, whatever ingredients they use, but it's a clear fact that a majority of these Lunchly products are gonna contain moldy cheese. Take this for an example. This video that's going viral here, the streamer that's opening up a Lunchly hoping that there's no moldy cheese in there, thinking that it's a misunderstanding, but nope, there's actually moldy cheese in there.
Got him right here.
No way! What? No, chat, there's actually mold. That's 100% mold. I'm so sorry. Oh no, do you see it right there? Do you see it? Sealed and it's molded. What is this? I'm not lying, dude. Don't open it yet. Don't open it yet. That is 100% mold. No way, dude. Oh, this one, what was that? Which one is that one? So we're at 17.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Number 22.
Oh no.
22 Lunchly's in.
All right, I gotta record it. All right, so unfortunately on our 22nd Lunchly, we did find mold in a sealed package.
Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, they took 22 packages to find mold in a Lunchly package. This is all for the clout. That's not the issue here, man. The issue is there's mold in a product, and it's concerning for the general public, and it's most likely going to lead to the end of that product's time on the shelf, and the product altogether, whatever time process the three of them had to make this, which probably wasn't a lot, How long does it take to respond to a fairly simple criticism that your product has mold in it? It's even gotten to a point where the FDA was getting complaints about Lunchly having mold. The Food and Drug Administration, which is what FDA stands for, says that as of Friday, more than 10 consumers that have reported issues with the product, including one that cited an illness. Oh my god, people are actually getting sick about this. I was right the whole time. The FDA said it is currently reviewing all submissions and will provide updates as it determines whether issuing an advisory is needed to protect public health. Obviously they should, because consuming mold is very bad for the human body, not just for the respiratory issues if you happen to breathe in the packaging somehow, but other health issues if you happen to eat the moldy cheese. Please don't eat the moldy cheese. Symptoms such as shortness of breath, nausea, an elevated temperature, or diarrhea, you should immediately seek medical help. Like, we don't know the percentage of mold that surfaces the cheese to make it safe to eat. It's being reviewed by the FDA as we speak. But I think anyone with common sense that doesn't want to get sick would just do the right thing and throw it in the garbage. I say burn the moldy cheese to ash before throwing the plastic in the garbage. But I don't think it would matter if you wanted to get a Lunchly right now to see if the cheese really is moldy or not, because some stores are discontinuing the Lunchly altogether. This comes from Rosanna as well. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man, get that shit out of the way. Our Lunchly's being discontinued was just sent this photo that appears to show a Kroger store has the Lunchly turkey stackums marked as discontinued. If this is true, why so soon after the initial release? So this is the Lunchly product that's being discontinued right off the retail worker's device that scans for the items if it's in stock at the grocery store. It's literally the guy's job to do it. Please remove all tags and fill the hole with neighboring products. Store balance, 0 units. So they don't have any of this in the store where it's at. I wouldn't blame them either. The store manager or store corporate wanting to discontinue a product that could get kids sick. This isn't like an apple or a banana, you know, something that's actually healthy for everyone. Like a natural fruit that might have a little mold spot on it in one of its batch, but it won't hurt you because it's grown from plants and trees. It might be contaminated during the process of harvesting, or maybe an animal might get into it that has a bunch of diseases on it, but it's not supposed to have microorganisms from the ground up. But then you have Lunchly, which is a product that's straight out of a factory, and it has all of these processed ingredients in it, and it requires all of these materials to be safe to eat by the FDA standards. The fact that the FDA had to review it because of multiple consumer complaints with the damn moldy cheese just really makes you show that this is beyond saving. But you know what? Maybe I'm overreacting here a little bit. Maybe the big minds of Mr. Beast and KSI and Logan Paul are just having some issues with this product and are trying to get it resolved. I'm pretty sure they're taking it with a grain of salt and not trying to cope with their failing brand by talking to their inner circle of YouTube influencers about these so-called haters.
That's so endearing. That's insane.
Yeah.
Now she's talking shit about your company. That's crazy.
So it's kind of weird.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, she could do her thing, man. Let her do her thing.
Like I like my cheese moldy, bro.
Oh no, I was wrong about this. They're so delusional with the criticism. They allowed the brain rot that they try to push on the kids with their Lunchly. It made it rot their own brains. But I don't think Logan Paul had a brain to begin with. The crybaby, the retard, and then there's the mastermind. Mr. Beast is the only smart one here because he hasn't said anything about the Lunchly criticism because he knows that it's failing. Meanwhile, you have Logan Paul and KSI laughing their asses off about the brand falling apart and potentially them losing their investment over this, thinking that the genuine criticism is just haters hating. I bet they're only gonna come out with a statement when they start to see that their investment with the money that they put in this go up in smoke, and they finally gotta take accountability when they see that they weren't making a profit to begin with. How about making an apology now to your audience that bought the Lunchly, who got let down because of the unsafe condition with the goddamn moldy cheese? Not just the fan base of little kids, but Maybe parents who think buying this is good for their kids, especially when Mr. Beast was trying to boast that this was a healthy alternative. Then you have smart people who have facts about nutrition, like Dr. Mike here, rebuke it by saying a pack of turkey stackum calories aren't enough to help a child's development, and that if they do eat the turkey stackums, it would be over the amount of their sodium intake that is recommended to them. Funny thing about that one segment from Dr. Mike's video, Logan was actually talking about his prime energy with the 400 milligrams of potassium in comparisons to the electrolytes that were being labeled on the Lunchly product, and he's talking about it as if they were the same amount of electrolytes because prime energy is in a Lunchly pack.
On fellow Dr. Brian Suterer, who tweeted,
"Sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes will be taught in marketing textbooks one day."
and then sadly was ashamed to see Logan attack instead of starting a meaningful dialogue with the doctor, given that 400 milligrams is not the amount of electrolytes in Prime, at least in the image that Logan shared. 400 milligrams of potassium plus 5 milligrams of sodium equals 405 milligrams of electrolytes.
If Logan knew what nutrition facts had electrolytes in them, he wouldn't be so brazen to try to argue with a doctor who clearly has more nutritional knowledge than him because he's a doctor and he's just an influencer. So yeah, there's no fixing stupidity here. It just goes to show you that Lunchly is done for. They had many opportunities to address this problem, but they still won't talk about it. There's still moldy cheese in the Lunchlys. Now grocery stores are discontinuing them because it's a risk for their store. Meanwhile, you got people like Logan Paul saying, I like my cheese moldy, bro, like making fun of the criticism. The criticism that is going to put Lunchly into bankruptcy. It feels like Dan TDM was right the whole time, selling fake and cheap stuff to kids who are automatically attracted to it and buy it when they see their favorite YouTube influencer is behind the idea. It just goes to show you that YouTubers selling out is a real thing. And the three of them, they control the masses of Gen Z and Gen Alpha who are being fed some form of brain rot. Some high-level social media star telling them, this is the way to go, and don't question it. You see them all the time on TikTok or Instagram or on the other side of YouTube, and it's just really sad, man. I actually hope that those types of people that are Lunchly's ideal target know better than to not actually consume big chunks of mold that can get them sick. Because if they don't, then this generation is actually fucked. And you can thank Logan Paul for that.
I like my cheese moldy, bro. I like my cheese moldy, bro. I like my cheese moldy, bro.
I like my cheese moldy, bro.